Captain Jun Kim stood on the bridge of the Dauntless *, staring at the stars. His ship was one of the last 20 human warships left. He rubbed his tired eyes and tried not to think about tomorrow's battle. "Captain, you should rest," said Ta Li, walking onto the bridge. She was the ship's scientific director and Jun's oldest friend. Jun shook his head. "How can I sleep when those things are out there?" He pointed to the main screen, where thousands of red dots showed the enemy fleet. The Crawl had appeared 3 years ago. At first, they seemed friendly. Then they attacked without warning. Their ships were faster and stronger than anything humans had built. One by one, human colonies fell. Now, only Earth and a few nearby bases remained. "We're outnumbered 10 to 1, Jun said quietly. Tai placed a hand on his shoulder. "That's why I came to find you. I may have found something." Jun followed her to her lab. The walls were covered with star maps and old photos. Tai had always been interested in history, especially military history. "Look at this," she said, pointing to an old document on her screen. "I've been digging through the archives. Do you remember the stories about the Phantom of Seoul *?" Jun smiled a little. Every child knows that bedtime story, the ghost ship that protects humanity in its darkest hour. He shook his head. "My grandfather used to tell me that tale when I was scared of the dark." "What if it wasn't just a story?" Tai asked, her eyes bright with excitement. "Tai, the Phantom of Seoul * disappeared 200 years ago. It was humanity's first FTL warship. It had engine trouble and was lost. End of story." "That's the official version," Ta said. She pulled up more files. "But I found these classified reports. The Phantom * wasn't just testing a new engine. It was testing a new weapon system too. Something called Project Echo." Jun leaned closer. "What kind of weapon?" "I don't know exactly. The files are heavily redacted. But whatever it was, the military thought it could change the course of any war." Ta scrolled through more documents. "And there's something else. There have been sightings over the years. Ships reporting a vessel matching the Phantom's * description, appearing during battles, then vanishing." "Ghost stories," Jun said. "Scared crews seeing what they want to see." "Maybe," Tai admitted. "But these reports come from respected captains. And look at this." She showed him a grainy image. It showed a ship in the distance, its shape blurry but recognizable to anyone who had studied military history. Jun stared at the image. He wanted to believe, but he couldn't afford to chase myths. Not now. "When was this taken?" he asked. 6 months ago, during the Battle of Proxima Centauri." Jun's head snapped up. "That's impossible. We lost that battle. If some miracle ship had shown up, we would have heard about it." "The ship that took this image was destroyed minutes later," Ta said quietly. "Only this data packet made it out." Before Jun could respond, his comm unit beeped. "Captain, to the bridge," came the urgent voice of his first officer. Back on the bridge, Communications Officer Sunyu was bent over her console. "Captain, I'm picking up a strange signal," she said. "It's using an old military frequency. Very old." "What does it say?" Jun asked. "It's mostly static, but I'm catching pieces. There." She pressed a button, and a broken voice came through the speakers. "Repeat. Earth defense. Phantom *. Stand by for coordinates." The bridge fell silent. Sun looked up, her eyes wide. "Sir, this signal is using encryption codes that haven't been used in 2 centuries. Could it be a trick?" Jun asked. "The Crawl trying to confuse us?" "I don't think so," said Dai Park from the weapons station. "The Crawl don't understand our history well enough to pull something like this." "Sir," called Jin Kang, the chief engineer, "sensors are picking up unusual energy readings at the edge of the system. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like space is folding." "On screen," Jun ordered. The main display showed a section of empty space. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Then Jun noticed it, a slight bending of the stars, as if something was distorting the light. "What are we looking at?" he asked. Jin shook his head. "Unknown, sir. It's not like any cloaking technology we've seen before." The comm system crackled again. This time, the message was clearer. "United Earth Defense Force Phantom of Seoul to remaining fleet. Hold your position. We are inbound. Repeat, hold your position." A chill ran down Jun's spine. The voice belonged to a woman, her tone commanding and confident. "This can't be real," he whispered. Ta had followed him to the bridge. She stood next to him now, her face pale. "It's her," she said. "It's Captain Hana Park." "That's impossible," Jun said. "Captain Park has been dead for 200 years. The distortion on the screen grew larger. Space itself seemed to twist, creating a vortex of swirling darkness. From within this impossible anomaly, something began to emerge. First came the bow, scared and battle-worn. Then the main hull, larger than any ship in the current human fleet. Ancient weapon systems lined its sides, alongside technology Jun didn't recognize at all. The ship was a patchwork of old and new, as if it had been repaired and modified countless times over centuries. But the name was still visible on its hull. *UEDF Phantom of Seoul*. "My God," breathed Da. "It's real." Jun couldn't believe his eyes. The legendary ghost ship, the vessel from children's stories and military myths, was right in front of them. "Sir," Sun called, her voice shaking, "we're being hailed by the Phantom *. "Put it through," Jun said, finding his voice. The main screen changed. On it appeared a woman in an old-style captain's uniform. Her face was stern, her eyes sharp, but there was something strange about her image. It flickered slightly, like an old recording. "This is Captain Hana Park of the Phantom of Seoul*, she said. "I understand the situation is critical." Jun stepped forward. "This is Captain Jun Kim of the Dauntless *. Captain Park, with all due respect, you can't be who you claim to be." The woman smiled slightly. "You're right, Captain Kim. I am not exactly Hana Park. I am her digital consciousness, preserved within the ship's systems after her physical death. But for all practical purposes, I command this vessel, as she once did." "How is this possible?" Tai asked, moving to stand beside Jun. "The Phantom disappeared 200 years ago." "For you, yes," Captain Park replied. "For us, it has been much longer. Time moves differently where we have been." "And where is that?" Jun asked. "Between," was all she said. "We don't have time for a full explanation. The Krull fleet will begin their attack in 6 hours. We have information that may help you survive it." Her image was replaced by tactical data, detailed scans of Krull ships showing weaknesses no human had ever discovered. "These readings are incredible," Daz said, studying the data. "If this is accurate, we might actually have a chance." "It's accurate," Captain Park's voice said. "We've been fighting the Krull for a very long time." Her image returned to the screen. "Captain Kim, I need to speak with you privately. There are things you must know about the enemy we face, and about what my ship can do." Jun looked around at his crew. They were all watching him, hope beginning to replace the despair that had haunted them for months. "Send the coordinates for a secure docking," he said. "I'll come to you." As the Dauntless moved alongside the massive ghost ship, Jun wondered what he would learn aboard the Phantom. What secrets had it brought back from wherever, or whenever, it had been? For the first time since the war began, he allowed himself to feel something he had almost forgotten. Hope. Jun's small shuttle docked with the Phantom of Seoul*. He had brought Ta with him. If anyone could understand the ship's technology, it would be her. "This vessel shouldn't exist," Ta whispered as they stepped through the airlock. "Not like this." The inside of the Phantom was strange. Parts of it looked ancient, with worn metal panels, and old-style controls. But other sections seemed impossibly advanced, glowing with energy that moved like liquid light. "Welcome aboard, Captain Kim," said a voice. Captain Hannah Park stood before them, but now Jim could see clearly that she wasn't human, at least not anymore. Her image had a slight blue glow, and sometimes it flickered. "You're a hologram," Jun said. "An advanced AI based on Captain Park's brain scans and memories," she corrected. The original Captain Park lived for 30 more years after the Phantom entered the anomaly. She made sure her knowledge would remain to guide the ship. "What happened to your crew?" Tai asked, looking around the empty corridor. Hannah's face grew sad. "Most died of old age. Some during battles. The last human crew member passed away 73 years after our disappearance, from our perspective." "From your perspective?" Jun asked. "Time works differently where we've been," Hannah explained. "For Earth, the Phantom has been missing for 200 years. For us, it's been closer to 700. Ta gasped. 700 years. "That's impossible." "Follow me," Hannah said. "I'll show you." She led them to the bridge. Unlike the rest of the ship, this room looked almost new. Screens covered the walls, showing views of space from angles Jun didn't understand. The Phantom was testing an experimental FTL drive. Hannah explained. "Something went wrong during our first jump. We didn't just travel through space. We slipped between dimensions." "Between dimensions," Jun repeated. Hannah nodded. "We exist partly in normal space and partly outside it. We can travel between realities, see different timelines, and we've seen the crawl in all of them." She waved her hand, and the screens changed to show planets burning, species dying. The crawl ships were everywhere, in every image. "They're not just attacking Earth," Hannah said. "They're attacking all life, in all realities. They believe they are the only species worthy of existence. Why haven't we heard about other aliens before?" Jun asked. "Because the crawl destroyed them before they could contact Earth," Hannah said simply. "In this timeline, humans are among the last to face them." Ta was examining the ship's controls. "These systems, I've never seen anything like them." "We've had centuries to improve our technology," Hannah said. "And we've borrowed from civilizations across multiple realities." A loud alarm suddenly blared through the ship. One of the screens showed the crawl fleet moving. "They're starting their attack early," Hannah said. "We need to get back to your ship now." When they returned to the Dauntless chaos had already begun. The crawl had launched hundreds of fighters. The human fleet was scrambling to respond. "Battle stations," Jun ordered as he rushed onto the bridge. "Weapons Officer Park, prepare all railguns. Communications Officer Yu, inform all ships to use the targeting data from the Phantom *. "Sir," Sun called, "3 of our ships are already down." Jun watched as a human destroyer exploded under crawl fire. "Where is the Phantom *? He demanded. "Unknown, sir," Jin replied from his engineering station. "It disappeared right after your shuttle docked with us." Jun felt a cold knot in his stomach. Had the ghost ship abandoned them after all? The Dauntless shook violently as enemy fire struck its shields. "Shields at 60%, Jin reported. "We can't take much more of this." "The Odyssey is hit bad," Sun called out. "They're requesting assistance." "We can't help them," Jun said grimly. "We can barely help ourselves." Another blast rocked the ship. Sparks flew from a nearby console. "Shields at 40%, Jin called. "Captain, we need to retreat." "Negative," Jun said. "If we run, Earth falls. Hold position." The main screen showed the crawl flagship, a massive vessel 3 times the size of the Dauntless *. It was charging its main weapon, a beam that could cut through a planet's crust. "They're targeting Earth directly," Day reported, his voice shaking. "Estimated firing time, 2 minutes." June clenched his fists. This couldn't be how it ended. Not like this. Sir, Sun suddenly shouted. I'm detecting that spatial distortion again. Everyone turned to the main screen. Space warped and twisted near the Crawl flagship. From the swirling darkness emerged the Asterisk Phantom of Sewell Asterisk, its weapons already firing. Bright blue beams lanced out from the ghost ship, cutting through the Crawl vessels as if their shields didn't exist. Where the beams hit, the enemy ships didn't just explode. They seemed to fold in on themselves, vanishing in flashes of light. What kind of weapons are those? Day asked in awe. Dimensional disruptors, Ta said, watching the screens. They're not destroying the ships. They're pushing them into another reality. The Asterisk Phantom Asterisk moved with impossible speed, dancing between Crawl ships. It took hits that would have destroyed any normal vessel, but its hull simply absorbed the energy. All ships, focus fire on the Crawl flagship, June ordered. The Asterisk Phantom Asterisk is creating an opening for us. The remaining human vessels poured everything they had into the attack. The Crawl flagship's shields flickered under the assault. Then something unexpected happened. The Crawl ships began to retreat. Sir, they're pulling back. Sun said in disbelief. All of them. The Crawl never retreat, Jun said, watching the enemy fleet move away from Earth. Never. The comm system activated, and Captain Hana's image appeared. They're not retreating, Captain Kim. They're regrouping. They've never encountered my ship before in this timeline. They need to adapt. How long do we have? Jun asked. A few hours at most, Hana replied. But we've bought you some time, and we have a plan. In the briefing room, Jun gathered his senior officers. Hana's hologram stood at the head of the table, next to a 3D map of the solar system. The Crawl operate as a hive mind, she explained. Each ship is connected to all others. It's their strength, but also their weakness. How do we exploit that? Jun asked. With Project Echo, Hana said. The weapon the Asterisk Phantom Asterisk was originally designed to test. Tad leaned forward. The classified files I found mentioned that name. Hana nodded. Project Echo was designed to disrupt hive mind connections. It creates a feedback loop that overloads their neural networks. If it's so effective, why haven't you used it already? Dai asked. Because it has to be deployed from within their fleet, Hana said. And because it requires an enormous amount of energy, enough to burn out even the Asterisk Phantom's Asterisk systems. So it's a one-shot weapon, Jun said. Yes, and we need both of our ships to make it work. Hana looked at Jun. The Asterisk Phantom Asterisk has the weapon, but your ship has something we need. A quantum resonator. Jin frowned. That's just part of our engine cooling system. In your reality, yes, Hana said. But with some modifications, it can amplify Project Echo's effect tenfold. Jun studied the star map. So what's the plan? We modify your resonator, Hana said. Then both ships punch through the Crawl fleet to reach their command ship. The Asterisk Dauntless Asterisk creates a distraction, while the Asterisk Phantom Asterisk deploys Project Echo. A suicide mission, Jun said quietly. For one of our ships, yes, Hana admitted. But it's the only way to save not just Earth, but countless other worlds across multiple realities. The room fell silent. Everyone knew what this meant. How long will the modifications take? Jun finally asked. With your engineer's help, 4 hours, Hana said. Jun nodded. Jin, work with the Asterisk Phantom's Asterisk systems. Day, prepare all weapons. Sun, make sure every ship in the fleet knows their role. He stood up. We have one chance. Let's make it count. As the officers left to carry out their orders, Ta stayed behind with Jun. Do you think we can trust her? Ta asked quietly, nodding toward Hana's hologram. I don't know, Jun admitted. But right now she's the only hope we have. Outside the windows of the Asterisk Dauntless Asterisk, The asterisk Phantom of Sewell asterisk floated like a dark sentinel. The ghost ship had appeared just when humanity needed it most, but its arrival had brought both hope and a terrible choice. As June watched his crew prepare for what might be their final battle, he wondered if the legends were right after all. The asterisk Phantom asterisk had come to save humanity. But at what cost? Jin Kang had never seen technology like this before. He stood in the engine room of the asterisk Phantom of Sewell asterisk, surrounded by machines that seemed to breathe and pulse with life. "Your quantum resonator is here," said a young man working next to him. But Jin knew this was no man. Like Captain Hana, he was a hologram, an AI based on a long-dead crew member. "This technology is at least 500 years ahead of ours," Jin said, examining the resonator they had removed from the asterisk Dauntless asterisk. "More like 2000, the AI replied with a small smile. "We've had a lot of time to improve things." On the bridge of the asterisk Dauntless asterisk, Jim studied the battle plan. The human fleet, now down to 15 ships, would create a path for the asterisk Phantom asterisk and the asterisk Dauntless asterisk to reach the Crawl flagship. "We'll lose half our remaining ships in this attack," Daz said grimly. "If we don't stop the Crawl now, we lose everything," Jun replied. Tai entered the bridge, looking troubled. "Captain, I've been analyzing the data from the asterisk Phantom asterisk. There's something strange about these Crawl energy signatures." "Strange how?" Jun asked. "They're similar to the asterisk Phantom's asterisk own dimensional drive, almost as if." A flash of light interrupted her. Captain Hana's hologram appeared on the bridge. "The Crawl are on the move again," she announced. "They'll be in attack range in 30 minutes. "We're not ready," Jun said. "Jin needs more time to modify the resonator." "Then we'll buy him time," Hana said. "The asterisk Phantom asterisk will engage the Crawl first. Your fleet should hold back until we create an opening." Jun didn't like this plan. "That's too risky. Your ship is our best hope." "My ship has survived 700 years of battle, Captain Kim," Hana said with confidence. "We can handle ourselves." Before Jun could argue further, the hologram vanished. On the main screen, the asterisk Phantom asterisk was already moving toward the approaching Crawl fleet. "Son, get that ship back here now," Jun ordered. "No response, sir," Sun replied. "They blocked our communications." Jun slammed his fist on the console. "Stubborn ghost or not, we need that ship. Day, prepare all weapons. We're going after them." The asterisk Phantom asterisk moved like nothing Jun had ever seen before. It seemed to flicker in and out of existence, appearing in one spot, firing its strange blue weapons, then vanishing only to reappear elsewhere. The Crawl ships fired back, their red beams slicing through space. Most missed, passing through empty air where the asterisk Phantom asterisk had been seconds before. But some hit their mark. The ghost ship's hull absorbed most impacts, but Jun could see damage building up. "They can't keep this up forever," he said. "Signal the fleet. We attack now." The remaining human ships surged forward, weapons blazing. The asterisk Dauntless asterisk led the charge, its railguns targeting the smaller Crawl vessels. "Sir, incoming transmission from the asterisk Phantom asterisk," Sun called. Jin's voice came through. "Captain, we've finished the modifications. The resonator is ready, but we need to install it on the asterisk Phantom asterisk now." "Understood," Jun replied. "Bring it to Docking Bay 3. I'll meet you there." As Jun left the bridge, he turned to Da. "You have the con. Keep those Crawl ships busy." Day nodded, taking the captain's chair. "With pleasure, sir." In the docking bay, Jin waited with the modified resonator, now a strange hybrid of human and asterisk Phantom asterisk technology. "It doesn't look like much," Jin commented. The device was smaller than he expected. "Size doesn't matter when you're bending reality," Jin said with a nervous laugh. A small shuttle from the asterisk Phantom asterisk docked with the asterisk Dauntless asterisk. When its door opened, Captain Hana stepped out, not as a hologram, but in a physical body. You have an android body, Jun said in surprise. For special occasions, Hannah replied. It's easier to work with physical controls this way. She examined the resonator. Good work, Engineer Kang. This will amplify our weapon perfectly. She looked at Jun. But there's something you should know before we proceed. What is it? Jun asked. Project Echo doesn't just disrupt the Crawl hive mind. It severs their connection to this reality completely. Meaning what exactly? Meaning they'll be pushed into another dimension, forever removed from this timeline. Jun frowned. That sounds too good to be true. It comes with a cost, Hannah said quietly. The ship that deploys the weapon will be pulled along with them. Jin's eyes widened. That's a one-way trip. Yes, Hannah admitted. That's why the Phantom has to be the one to deploy it. My crew is already gone. Only their memories remain. Jun shook his head. There has to be another way. A massive explosion rocked the Dauntless Asterisk. The comm system activated. Captain. Day's voice was urgent. The Crawl flagship is targeting us directly. Shields are at 20%. On my way, Jun replied. He turned to Hannah. Get that resonator installed. We'll talk about deployment options later. As Jin and Hannah left with the device, Jun raced back to the bridge. The situation had deteriorated quickly. 3 more human ships had been destroyed. The Dauntless Asterisk itself was taking heavy fire. Evasive maneuvers. Jun ordered as he took his seat. Target their weapons arrays. Sir, Sun called out. I'm picking up strange readings from the Crawl fleet. Their energy signature is changing. On the screen, the Crawl ships were glowing with an unusual purple light. Their formation shifted, moving into a spiral pattern around their flagship. What are they doing? Jun wondered aloud. Ta gasped. They're creating their own dimensional rift. They're trying to escape. Why would they run now? Dai asked. They were winning. Tay's face went pale. Unless they know what the Phantom is planning. Unless they've seen it before. A chill ran down Jun's spine. Tai, what are you saying? I think the Crawl have encountered the Phantom in other timelines, Ta said. I think they know about Project Echo. That's why they're trying to escape to another reality before we can use it. The realization hit Jun like a physical blow. If they escape, they'll just attack Earth in another timeline. We have to stop them now. The comm system crackled. Hannah's voice came through. Captain Kim, the resonator is installed. Project Echo is ready, but we have a problem. The Crawl are attempting to jump dimensions. If they succeed, we lose our chance. Can you stop them? Jun asked. Yes, but we need to act now. No time for your fleet to get clear. Jun understood what she was saying. How many of our ships will be caught in Echo's effect? Any within 10,000 kilometers of the Crawl flagship. Jun checked the tactical display. Nearly half the human fleet, including the Dauntless Asterisk, was within that range. Captain, Ta said softly, if we get caught in the dimensional shift. I know, Jun said. We go with them. Forever. The bridge fell silent. Everyone knew what was at stake, their lives versus Earth's survival. Sir, Sun said after a moment, message coming in from all remaining human vessels. They're awaiting your orders. Jun closed his eyes briefly. When he opened them, his decision was made. Signal all ships within range to evacuate their crews to emergency shuttles. Aim the empty ships at the Crawl flagship. They'll act as missiles. He turned to his own crew. Begin evacuation of the Dauntless Asterisk. Save as many as we can. What about you, sir? Sun asked. I'll stay to pilot the ship, Jun said. Someone needs to make sure we hit our target. Sir, with respect, we're not leaving, Daz said firmly. The other bridge officers nodded in agreement. That's an order, Officer Park, Jun said sternly. An order we're choosing to disobey. Sir, Jin replied, entering the bridge. The resonator is installed. The Phantom is ready. But we're staying with our captain. Jun looked at his loyal crew. He had never felt more proud or more sad. Very well, he said at last. Son, inform Captain Hana that we're staying. Tell her it's been an honor. On the main screen, the Phantom of Seoul moved into position alongside the Dauntless *. Together, the two ships accelerated toward the Crawl flagship, which now pulsed with energy as its dimensional drive powered up. All weapons, fire everything we have, Jun ordered. The Dauntless unleashed its full arsenal, joined by beams from the Phantom *. The Crawl flagship's shields buckled under the assault. They're almost ready to jump, Ta warned. 20 seconds. Hana. Now or never, Jun called. Project Echo activating. Hana's calm voice replied. It was an honor to fight alongside humans again. Perhaps we'll meet in another reality. A brilliant blue light erupted from the Phantom *. It expanded outward in a perfect sphere, enveloping the Crawl ships. The light touched the Dauntless *, and the bridge filled with a strange humming sound. What's happening? Sun asked, her voice shaking. We're shifting dimensions, Tai explained, watching her instruments in fascination. We're leaving our reality behind. As the blue light grew brighter, Jun gripped his chair and looked at his brave crew one last time. Whatever happens next, he said, we face it together. The light flashed blindingly white. Then everything went dark. Darkness. Then light. Not the harsh light of an explosion, but a soft glow that slowly filled the bridge of the Dauntless *. Jun blinked, unsure if he was alive or dead. The ship's systems were coming back online. Displays flickered with strange symbols before returning to normal. Status report, he managed to say. One by one, his crew responded. They were all alive, shaken but unharmed. Where are we? Dai asked, looking at the main screen. Outside was space, but not the space they knew. The stars were different, their patterns unfamiliar. And they glowed with a strange blue tint. We've shifted dimensions, Ta said, checking her instruments. Just as Hana said we would. We're in. Somewhere else. The Crawl fleet? Jun asked. Jin pointed to the screen. There. The Crawl ships floated nearby, but they looked different. Their once menacing red glow was gone. They drifted aimlessly, like dead things. Project Echo worked, Ta said. It severed their hive mind connection. They're just empty shells now. And the Phantom *? Jun asked. Sun checked her communications panel. No response, sir, but I'm detecting it nearby. On screen, Jun ordered. The image shifted to show the ghost ship. It had taken heavy damage. Parts of its hull were torn open, exposing the strange machinery inside. No lights showed on its surface. Take us alongside, Jun said. Prepare a boarding party. The Phantom * was eerily quiet when Jun, Tai, and Jin stepped aboard. Emergency lighting cast long shadows in the corridors. Hello, Jun called. Captain Hana. No response. They made their way to the bridge. Unlike before, it was dark and silent. The screens that had shown multiple realities were blank. The Project Echo weapon must have drained all their power, Jin said, examining a dead console. Can we restore it? Jun asked. Jin shook his head. Not without understanding this technology better. And that could take years. Ta walked to the center of the bridge. Captain Hana, are you there? A faint blue light flickered near the captain's chair. It grew stronger, forming the dim outline of a woman. System. Power. Critical. Hana's voice came, broken and distorted. Main. Aye. Offline. Can we help you? Jun asked, stepping closer. Too late, Hana said. But mission. Successful. Crawl threat. Neutralized. What about getting back to our dimension? Ty asked. Our Earth. The hologram flickered badly. Impossible. Without full power. We are trapped here. June felt a cold weight in his stomach. They had saved Earth, but at the cost of ever seeing it again. How long have you been fighting the crawl? He asked. 700 years, Hannah replied. Across countless timelines. Why? June asked. Why not just hide in another reality where the crawl couldn't find you? The hologram steadied slightly, as if Hannah was gathering her remaining strength. Because that's not what we do, she said. We are Earth Defense Force. We defend Earth, all Earths, in all realities. Her form began to fade. Wait, Ta called. Don't go. We need you. No, Hannah said, her voice growing weaker. You don't. The Phantom is yours now. The last captain always said a new crew would come when the time was right. The last captain, June asked. Captain Hannah Park, the hologram said. My template. She knew this day would come. How could she know? Ty asked. Because she saw it in another timeline. The hologram was barely visible now. The ship has a backup system. In the engine room, activation code, Hannah's birthday, 07 to 14/21/92. With those final words, the hologram vanished completely. In the engine room, Jin entered the code into a hidden panel. The wall slid open, revealing a small chamber. Inside was a single crystal, glowing with blue light. What is it? June asked. Some kind of power source, Jin said. Like nothing I've ever seen. Tai scanned it with her device. It's generating enormous energy, but it's contained somehow. If we could connect this to the ship's main systems. Do it, June ordered. Jin carefully removed the crystal and carried it to a central control panel. With Ta's help, he connected it to the ship's power grid. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the crystal pulsed once, twice. Suddenly, the lights came on. Screens flickered to life. The ship seemed to take a breath, like a living thing waking from sleep. Hello, new crew, said a voice behind them. They turned to see Hannah, not the flickering hologram from before, but a solid, clear image. You found the emergency backup, she said. Well done. We thought we'd lost you, Jun said. The main AI system was damaged beyond repair, Hannah explained. But Captain Park created this backup for just such an emergency. I don't have all the memories of the previous system, but I have enough to guide you. Guide us where? June asked. You said we can't get back to our Earth. Not directly, Hannah agreed. But there are pathways between realities. The Phantom was designed to find them. She walked to a screen which showed a map of swirling energy patterns. These are dimensional currents, she explained, like rivers flowing between worlds. With the right calculations, we can follow them. Back to our Earth? Tai asked hopefully. Eventually, Hannah said. But the journey won't be short or easy. The currents are unpredictable. We might visit many realities before finding our way home. June looked at Jin and Ta. What about the dauntless asterisk? Jin shook his head. It wasn't designed for dimensional travel. It would break apart in the currents. We would have to leave it behind, Ta said softly. June nodded slowly. I need to speak with my crew. On the bridge of the dauntless asterisk, June explained the situation to his officers. They listened in silence, faces solemn. So that's where we stand, he concluded. We can stay here, in this empty dimension with dead crawl ships for company. Or we can try to find our way home aboard the Phantom asterisk. But we'll have to abandon the dauntless asterisk. How long would the journey take? Sun asked. Months, Jun said. Maybe years. Hannah says there are no guarantees. But Earth is safe, Dad said. Thanks to us. That's something. Jin nodded. The crawl threat is ended. At least in our timeline. I'm going with you, Captain, Sun said firmly. Whatever you decide. One by one, the others agreed. They would follow their captain, wherever the path led. June looked around the bridge of the ship he had commanded for 5 years. It had been his home, his life. Leaving it felt like leaving a part of himself behind. We should salvage what we can, he said at last. Food, medicine, personal items. The Phantom has room for all of us, but not much else. As the crew prepared to transfer to the ghost ship, June walked through the corridors of the Dauntless one last time. He stopped at the memorial wall, where the names of fallen crew members were displayed. We did it, he told them quietly. We saved Earth. I hope that gives you peace. 2 days later, the crew of the Dauntless gathered on the bridge of the Phantom of Seoul *. They wore their uniforms, standing at attention as Captain June entered. At ease, he said. Today we begin a new mission, one unlike any in Earth Defense Force history. He looked at each of them. Our goal is to find our way home. But along the way, we will carry on the work of the Phantom's original crew. We will protect Earth, all Earths, from threats like the Crawl. He turned to Hana, who stood nearby. Captain Park, is the ship ready? All systems functional, Captain Kim, she replied. The dimensional drive is charged and awaiting your command. June took a deep breath. Then let's go home. He sat in the captain's chair, a perfect fit, as if it had been waiting for him all along. Dimensional drive engage, Jin reported from the engineering station. Space outside the viewports began to distort. Stars stretched into lines of light. The familiar blue glow surrounded the ship. Course plotted through the currents, Ta said from her new science station. First stop. Reality designation 47 Alpha. What's there? June asked. Unknown, Hannah replied. But the currents flow strongly in that direction. It's a good place to start. June nodded. Take us in, helm. The ship surged forward, entering the dimensional current. Around them, reality itself seemed to fold and unfold, revealing glimpses of other worlds, other possibilities. As the Phantom of Seoul vanished from the empty dimension, leaving the abandoned Dauntless and the dead Crawl fleet behind, a new chapter began for its crew. They were no longer just defenders of Earth. They were travelers between worlds, guardians of multiple realities. And somewhere out there, among the countless stars of countless dimensions, their home was waiting. The ghost ship and its new crew sailed on, their legend only beginning. Months later, in Earth's orbit, a young cadet on the space station Unity noticed something strange on his scanner. A brief energy spike, unlike anything in the database. Sir, he called to his superior officer. I'm picking up an unusual reading. The officer looked at the screen. Probably just a sensor glitch. Clear it and run a diagnostic. Yes, sir, the cadet replied. But before clearing it, he saved the data. There was something familiar about that energy pattern, something he'd read about in old stories. Stories about a ghost ship that appeared when Earth needed it most, and disappeared just as mysteriously. Stories he was beginning to think might not be just stories after all.